I survived 3 tours in hell. Watched brothers fall. Felt death breathe on my neck daily. I spent 3 years in places most people only see in nightmares. Afghanistan. Iraq. Dust and blood in screaming metal. I learned to sleep through mortar fire. To spot an IED from 50 yards. To carry a wounded man twice my size through enemy territory. I became a soldier. A survivor. A ghost who somehow kept breathing. When my boots finally hit American soil, I thought the war was over. I thought I was safe. My wife, Emma, was waiting at the airport. Same brown eyes. Same soft smile. She held me like she'd never let go. I remember thinking, this is what I fought for. This moment. Horror. We drove home in comfortable silence. She made my favorite meal. We watched old movies on the couch. Everything felt right. But then, the small things started. She wouldn't look at me during conversations. Her phone was always face down. She'd leave rooms when it rang. At night, she'd turn away. Pretend to sleep. The warmth between us turned cold. I told myself it was normal. Readjustment. PTSD. My problem, not hers. In combat, you trust your instincts. A strange shadow. A weird silence. It keeps you alive. But home? I ignored every signal. I wanted so badly to believe I was safe. That we were safe. Then one Thursday afternoon, she left for the grocery store. She forgot her phone on the kitchen counter. It buzzed. Once. Twice. I stared at it. My hand reached out. And what I saw changed everything. The message on her phone was from a name I didn't recognize. Can't wait to see you again. I set it down. Fast. Like it burned. My heart was pounding harder than it ever did under fire. I walked away. Made coffee. Tried to breathe. Maybe it's a friend. A coworker. Nothing. But my gut said different. In war, your gut is gospel. It's the difference between stepping on a mine or walking past it. I ignored it anyway. Emma came home an hour later. Groceries in hand. Smiling. Hey, babe. Miss me? I watched her. Really watched her. The way she glanced at the counter. The way her smile faltered for half a second when she saw her phone. She picked it up. Checked it. Slid it into her pocket. You okay? She asked. Yeah. Fine. I wasn't fine. That night, she went to bed early. Said she had a headache. I stayed up. Staring at the ceiling. Replaying every moment since I got home. The distance. The cold shoulders. The locked bathroom door. How she started going to the gym at night. How she'd come home smelling like perfume I didn't buy her. How she stopped asking about my day. Days passed. I started watching. Not like a husband. Like a soldier on recon. She'd get texts and her face would light up. Then she'd see me and it'd disappear. She started leaving the room to take calls. Said it was her sister. Her mom. Work drama. But her voice through the walls didn't sound stressed. It sounded happy. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. She wasn't in bed. I found her in the living room. Glow of her phone lighting her face in the dark. She was smiling. When she saw me, she jumped. Locked the screen. Couldn't sleep, she said. Me neither. Silence. She went back to bed. I didn't. I sat in that dark living room and felt something I hadn't felt since Kandahar. Fear. Not the kind that comes from bullets. The kind that comes from realizing the person next to you isn't who you thought. In war, the enemy wore a uniform. Carried a weapon. You knew where you stood. But here? In my own home? I was fighting blind. I started checking. Small things. Her emails. Her car. Receipts in her purse. I felt insane. Paranoid. Like the war had broken something in me. But then I found it. A second phone. Hidden in her gym bag. Under a towel. Password protected. She had a second phone. And suddenly, everything made sense. The lies. The distance. The late nights. She wasn't pulling away. She was hiding something. And I was going to find out what. I didn't touch the second phone. Not yet. I put it back exactly where I found it. Under the towel. In her gym bag. My hands were shaking. In Fallujah, I once defused a pressure plate IED with steady fingers. No tremor. No hesitation. But this? This made me shake. I sat on the edge of the bed and watched her sleep. She looked peaceful. Innocent. I wanted to wake her. Demand answers. But something stopped me. In war, you don't alert the enemy before you understand the terrain. So I waited. I became a ghost in my own home. The next morning, she kissed me on the cheek. Made eggs. Hummed while she cooked. I'm heading to yoga after work, she said. Might be late. Okay. She left at 8. I followed at 8:15. I know how to tail someone. Stay 3 cars back. Switch lanes. Keep distance. She didn't go to yoga. She went to a coffee shop on the east side. Sat in a corner booth. Alone. Then he walked in. Tall. Clean cut. Suit and tie. He smiled when he saw her. She smiled back. Not the smile she gave me. This one reached her eyes. They talked for an hour. Leaned close. Laughed. Her hand touched his arm. I sat in my car across the street. Hands gripping the wheel. My chest felt tight. Like the air was too thin. Like the moment before an ambush. I didn't confront them. I drove home. She came back at 10. Smelled like vanilla and lies. How was yoga? Great. Really relaxing. I nodded. Said nothing. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the way she touched his arm. The way her whole body leaned toward him. The way she used to lean toward me. I started tracking her movements. Not obsessively. Tactically. I noted times. Patterns. Inconsistencies. Tuesdays and Thursdays, she said she had book club. But there were no books. No friends calling. Saturdays, she'd run errands that took 4 hours. Come home with 1 bag. Sundays, she'd sleep in. Ignore me. Seem distracted. Her phone was always on silent now. Always in her hand or her pocket. She stopped undressing in front of me. Stopped asking how I slept. Stopped touching me unless I touched her first. We were roommates. Strangers. One night, I asked her directly. Are you happy? She looked up from her phone. Surprised. What? Are you happy? With us? She smiled. That fake, thin smile. Of course. Why would you ask that? You seem distant. I'm just tired, babe. Work's been crazy. Right. She went back to her phone. I went to the garage. Sat in the dark. Felt my pulse hammering in my ears. In combat, lies get people killed. At home, they just kill you slowly. I started checking her car. Receipts. Gas stations in towns she never mentioned. Restaurants I'd never been to. A parking stub from a hotel. 2 weeks ago. I held it under the garage light. Read it 3 times. She told me she was visiting her mom that day. Her mom lives 20 minutes away. This hotel was 2 hours north. I put the receipt back. Hands steady this time. I wasn't shaking anymore. I was calculating. The nightmares started coming back. I'd wake up drenched in sweat. Heart racing. Reaching for a rifle that wasn't there. But the dreams weren't about war. They were about her. Standing over me. Watching. Waiting. In one, she was smiling. Holding something behind her back. I woke up gasping. She wasn't in bed. I found her in the kitchen. 2 a.m. On that second phone. She didn't hear me coming. I stood in the doorway. Watched her type. Smile. Delete. Type again. Then she saw me. Her face went pale. Jesus. You scared me. Who are you texting? No one. Just. Scrolling. At 2 in the morning? I couldn't sleep. She locked the phone. Slid it into her robe pocket. Come back to bed, she said. I didn't move. You're lying to me. Her eyes went cold. Just for a second. Excuse me? I said you're lying. About what? I don't know yet. Silence. She stepped closer. Softened her face. Babe. You're stressed. You've been through hell. Maybe you should talk to someone. A therapist. The VA. She was doing it again. Redirecting. Gaslighting. Making me the problem. In Baghdad, I learned to spot deception. Micro expressions. Timing. Tone shifts. She was textbook. I'm fine, I said. You don't seem fine. Neither do you. She flinched. Then she turned and walked upstairs. I stood in that kitchen. Alone. Heart pounding. She was making me doubt myself. That's when I knew. This wasn't an affair. This was something bigger. The next day, I called in sick. Stayed home. I went through everything. Her laptop. Her drawers. Her closet. I found a folder. Hidden in the back of her desk. Inside were documents. Financial statements. Accounts I didn't recognize. Money moving. Quietly. Consistently. Our joint savings was draining. $50,000. Gone. Transferred in small amounts over 6 months. To an account under her name only. I sat there. Staring at the numbers. She wasn't just cheating. She was planning. An exit. A new life. Without me. I heard the front door open. She was home early. I shoved the folder back. Closed the drawer. Walked out like nothing happened. Hey, she said. Smiled. Feeling better? Yeah. Much better. That night, I lay next to her. She fell asleep fast. like she always did now. I stared at the ceiling. In war, the enemy tries to kill you fast. At home, they do it slow. They erase you, replace you, plan your end while smiling at breakfast. I thought about the letter I found weeks ago. The one I never mentioned. The one that started all of this. It wasn't signed. But it said enough. She's not who you think she is. I didn't believe it then. I wanted to protect her. Defend her. But now? Now I knew. Whoever sent that letter was right. And tomorrow, I was going to find out exactly who she'd become. And what she was planning to do to me. I didn't yell. Didn't break anything. Didn't need to. I waited until she got home from yoga. She walked in smiling. Gym bag over her shoulder. I was sitting at the kitchen table. Papers spread out in front of me. Bank statements. Hotel receipts. Screenshots from the second phone I'd cloned 2 days ago. Her smile died the second she saw them. Sit down, Emma. Her face went white. What is this? You tell me. She didn't move. Just stood there. Frozen. The affair I could have forgiven, I said. My voice was calm. Cold. Maybe. I slid a paper toward her. But stealing $50,000 from our account? Planning to disappear with him? Filing for divorce behind my back while pretending everything was fine? Her lips parted. No words came out. You were going to leave me with nothing. Make me look crazy. Unstable vet with PTSD who couldn't handle civilian life. She finally sat. Hands shaking. It's not. I didn't. Stop. I leaned forward. I survived 3 war zones, Emma. You really think I wouldn't survive you? Tears started. The performance began. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was confused. Scared. I didn't know how to. Save it. I pushed another document across the table. Divorce papers. Already filed. By me. I moved the rest of our money this morning. Into an account you can't touch. I contacted a lawyer. Sent him everything. Her face crumbled. You also might want to call your boyfriend. Let him know his wife already knows. She looked up. Eyes wide. Yeah. He's married too. I found her. Told her everything. She's filing tomorrow. Emma put her head in her hands. I stood up. Grabbed my keys. You wanted me to break. To doubt myself. To think I was the problem. I looked at her one last time. War didn't kill me. But you tried. I walked to the door. Difference is? I know how to fight back. I left her sitting there. Surrounded by the truth. For the first time in months, I could breathe. 3 months later, I'm in a new apartment. Clean. Quiet. Mine. Emma's still in the old house. Alone. Her boyfriend? Gone. His wife took everything in the divorce. He lost his job. His reputation. Emma lost more. The money she stole? The court made her return every cent. With interest. Her friends? They found out. Social media did the rest. Her family? They don't talk to her anymore. Turns out lying to a veteran doesn't play well at Thanksgiving. She tried calling me. 37 times. I never answered.